Movies about giant monsters have a legacy of being talkier than expected, and I'm usually willing to go along with them because there's a purpose behind the long segments of bureaucratic nonsense in films like Shin Godzilla, or even the forced POV of a movie like Monsters. And it's understandable. Even with the open wallets of a company like Apple TV+, why a TV creator couldn't produce the non-stop spectacle of something like Godzilla vs. Kong in an episodic structure. So I was curious to see how the MonsterVerse would translate to the streaming world with the knowledge that the human characters would have to be just as interesting as the Titans, or else the show would sag under the weight of faulty writing. I'm deeply sorry to report that the first half of the new season of Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, doesn't overcome this potential pitfall. On the contrary, it dives right in, giving viewers too few reasons to care outside of the bursts of action that come when impossible creatures too rarely appear. The best special effect in Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, is purely genetic, as creators Chris Black and Matt Fraction had the brilliant idea to cast Kurt Russell and his son Wyatt Russell as the same character, the younger actor playing the iconic one in flashbacks. Both Russells are great, underrated performers, and it's fun to see them play variations on each other, with Wyatt leaning into the charm his father displayed in the 80s in a way he doesn't often get to do. And it's not mere stunt casting in that both performers actually put in the work to capture a young version of a potential hero and what time and tragedy would do to that figure. It feels like they collaborated to echo each other's choices. There are a couple of fun performances in the woefully underwritten ensemble, but this is the Russells' show. Only a legend like Kurt Russell could steal a program from Godzilla. Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, takes place in two timelines. The current material is tied to the end of 2014's Godzilla, wherein the big lizard and a strike team decimated San Francisco, leading to a survivor of that attack named Cate, Anna Sawai, traveling to Japan in search of information about her missing father, only to discover he had an entirely different family there. In Japan, Cate meets her half-brother Kentaro, the charismatic Ren Watabe, the non-Russell standout of the show, and the two set out to find their mysterious dad. Kentaro brings along a tech junkie cohort named May, Kiersey Clemons, and the trio ends up looping in a legend named Lee Shaw, Kurt Russell, a former soldier who may know where all this chaos started. Cue the flashbacks to the 1950s, wherein a young Shaw, Wyatt Russell, is assigned to work with a woman named Keiko, Mari Yamamoto, and a researcher named Bill Randa, Anders Holm, who will grow up to be the same character played by John Goodman in Kong, Skull Island.